It must have been a rocky night if you were an Ohio State fan. Seriously, you went 11-1 during the regular season, almost punched your ticket to the college football playoff, but lost to Michigan again. And to throw salt into the wound, Michigan claimed its first national title in the final year of a 14 college football playoff era. Yeah, that stung. But there's always a light at the end of the tunnel because as the confetti was falling, Twitter was erupting, especially in Columbus, because they secured the commitment of Ole Miss running back Quinshon Judkins. So what does this mean for the future of Ohio State, and how does Judkins fit with this offense going into 2024? Let's talk about it. But if you are new here, welcome on into the channel. My name is Cole Thompson. I'm a radio show host based in Houston, and I talk college football daily. So if this is the type of content you enjoy, plus coaching searches, the transfer portal, any news going on in the offseason, because just because the clock has struck zero on 2023 does not mean we are stopping making content every single day. Tell your friends, your family, your mortal enemies, your best of bros, Ohio State fans, and college football aficionados about this channel, because we are on the race to become the #1 YouTube show talking college football daily. Go ahead and follow me on social media at Mr. Cole Thompson. That way, conversations surrounding our favorite sport never have to stop flowing. So, Quinshon Judkins strapping it up in Columbus for 2024. Big time get. Guy was a stud during his entire tenure at Ole Miss. More importantly, this is a proven commodity. This is not some willy-nilly kid that broke out in the group of 5 level against Conference USA competition. No, this is a workhorse running back that has the physicality and the elusiveness in the open field to change the course of a game. And he did it in the toughest conference in college football. We can have an argument about who's the better conference, Big Ten, SEC, Big Ten, SEC. Eventually, the two are just going to join hands and take over the college football spectrum. But the fact that you're getting a running back, 2-time 1,000-yard rusher, 2-time all-SEC player, 2-time difference maker that helped fortify an area of strength for Ole Miss to Columbus in a year that you need to have everything clicking for you is a huge win for Ryan Day. And yeah, did it cost you an arm and a leg probably in the NIL fund? Absolutely. But when you're trying to compete for national championships, you're willing to pay the extra nickels and dimes to get the difference makers on your roster. And right now, adding in Judkins absolutely will be that guy. Here's the good news. You don't know what you have coming back next year. There are still a ton of names sitting and waiting, idolizing their entire spectrum and wondering, what am I going to do with my career? We already know that you're getting a couple of players back. You're getting back Jack Sawyer. You're going to get back Ty Williams. You're going to get back, more than likely, I would say, Emeka Egbuka. I think that Travion Henderson is still mulling over his options. He could come back for another year. Denzel Burke on the other side. This is a roster that realizes right now we are not slowing down. The game plan is not changing simply because we did not meet expectations. And let's just get this out of the way. Expectations every year in Columbus are the same. You can go ahead and have a brand new quarterback. You can have a freshman quarterback, a transfer come in. You can lose 50 players via the transfer portal, 25 players into the NFL draft, and the expectations will never change. Number 1, you beat Michigan. Number 2, you win a national championship. Michigan's not slowing down. Michigan may lose J.J. McCarthy, countless names, their head coach even to the NFL. They're still going to be running the show in the Big Ten until further notice. So you have to make every move possible. The reason I like this fit is, number 1, the style of play that Judkins works in is exceptional for the Big Ten. He is a north to south runner. This is a guy that loves taking on contact. He is not afraid to lower his shoulder and deliver the hard blow to continue to move his legs and kick the change at an all-time high. He can beat you in the open field with his elusiveness. He's a great receiver out of the backfield. So he offers more than just a one-trick pony type of feel. But when it comes to the bells and whistles of what makes him hone and click, it all starts up with his physicality. And he's really good at that. And that's going to help you move chains and set up your offense for positive gains almost every single play he's on the field. The other thing is that we know that his body has gone through a ton of work over the last 2 years in Oxford. Imagine if you're able to bring back Travion Henderson. Well, you already have one of the better Big Ten backs returning for 2024. And now you're adding in arguably a top 5 running back in college football to split carries. Well, his numbers go down? Sure. Will his production maybe not be at an all-time high? Yeah, but at the same time, sometimes running the football is a good thing. Look at what Michigan did last night. 2 runners with over 100 yards. One only had 6 carries. What matters is what you do with your opportunities. And every single time you watch Judkins take the field, he makes the most of his opportunities. So it's a good fit in that sense. The other thing, what's one thing that really stands out about Michigan in every single year? They know how to run the football. They know how to throw it down your throat. And when everything is else going south, they will kick to their MO and beat you physically. Ohio State had running back issues this past year. I'm not saying that TreVeyon Henderson was bad. I'm saying he had injuries. He missed some time. So did Myron Williams. He's now going off to the NFL. Chip Trayanum was very underutilized in this offense. He's now in Kentucky. So going into next season, you have Dallin Hayden and maybe you have TreVeyon Henderson. Well, now you have a three-man workhorse that's going to take pressure off Will Howard, off of Devin Brown, off of Lincoln Kindholtz, Aaron Nolan, whoever the hell is QB1 strapping it up at Ohio Stadium. You're taking that pressure off, and you're adding yet another element to your offense that's going to withstand, I think, a lot of tread on the tires for players and open up the playbook to make you that much more dynamic. It's going to be a factor going into this game, and you know that the whole goal every single year, beat Michigan. That's it. That's everything. You can win a national title and you still will have Buckeyes fans sitting there very mull and dry because of they have to hear from Michigan fans that they lost that year. I'll never forget the time that A&M beat Alabama in 2012. And I live in Texas. And so I remember coming back home from college that year. And every single time all I heard was, hey man, 29-24. Hey man, 29-24. Well, Alabama won the national championship. But there still were some Alabama fans that were sour knowing that their game against Johnny Manziel eventually won the Heisman. And that's kind of the way that you view Michigan every single year, especially with Ohio State fans. You lose that game, you may go to the playoff, but man, it would have been sweeter to beat Michigan. Now you have that opportunity with Judkins, a proven commodity at a premier position that really has been a factor for you in the Big Ten. And also, you get a mobile quarterback. So that mobility aspect that has hindered the success for Ohio State, whenever they play in the Big House, whenever they play in Ohio Stadium, that now is considered a strength. And more importantly, you're adding in a premier player that is more than just this one type of guy. He can add value in all stages of the game. And now that you bring him back in, and you bring in a veteran quarterback in Will Howard, you might have some kids that are sitting on the fence right now wondering, what do I do next in my career? Do I go pro? Do I come back? Oh, they bring in Will Howard? Guy that won a Big 12 championship and was a very mobile quarterback, has intriguing upside and can do a lot of positivity for us. Yeah, I want to come back. Oh, they brought in Quinshon Judkins. Sign me up. I want to be a part of this roster. Every move that we saw Ohio State make so far in the portal has been good to solidify this roster in areas of weakness. And more importantly, it gives them an opportunity to be able to hold their own in the big time game, the game, of course. I think it's a good fit for Quinshon Judkins. And here's the good news. It seems like at this point, he's happy with his decision. Ole Miss seems very content with their decision, especially now that Ulysses Bentley is coming back. So it's a win-win for everyone involved. And when you're happy, happy things usually happen to happy people. When you go through life with optimism and hopefulness, and you don't sit and dwell on the past, 9 times out of 10, you come out on the other side stronger for it. And that's the way that I think that you're going to see Quinshon Judkins adapt when he goes to Columbus. It's an overall great fit for what Ryan Day wants to do in a pivotal year for his career. It's a great fit for this offense that's trying to be more dynamic, more spread out, more unique when it comes to their play calling. And it's great for Quinshon Judkins because he gets an opportunity to strut his stuff on the big time stage, even though he won't be playing in the conference where it just means more. Overall, Ohio State, they definitely shifted their gears when it comes to expectations going into next season. Not from their perspective, but from the national perspective. Getting a guy like Judkins may have cost you a pretty penny, but if you're hoisting up a national title in Atlanta come 2025, it'll be worth every single cent.
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching that video. Don't hit the X button yet. Make sure you hit subscribe to keep up with all of our daily content found on Just Saying It and anything else that we post on this channel. Bye.